Hey guys, today in the Analects of Confucius 6.21, we'll be discussing this idea of teaching people not all the same, but actually based on their level of understanding, and in our case, understanding the Dao. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. 6.21. The master said, "You can speak about higher matters to those who are above the middle in intelligence, but not to those who are below the middle in intelligence." Okay, so this speak about, this word can also mean teach or hold a very meaningful and in-depth discussion with a disciple of yours about the deeper meanings of whatever you are teaching. And this disciple should be someone who's already mastered and fully grasped the foundational principles already. And this is essentially what Confucius separated people into. And this is above the middle in intelligence and below the middle in intelligence. So the middle is someone who is of average capacity or understanding or readiness for moral and intellectual cultivation. And this represents someone's growth in someone's stage of growth in the process of learning the Dao. And it's not at all based on your social status or your intellect, or it's not based on anything of like social classes. It's not based on that. It's just purely based on how well you understand the Dao and how ready you are for more profound things. And this also goes back to 6.20, where we talked about the 3 stages of the learning process. And let's review again. Number 1 is understanding something intellectually but not committing yourselves to it yet. And number 2 is committing yourself and actively pursuing and learning to love the thing that you're doing. And number 3 is fully mastering it and absolutely integrating it into your character so much that that is a part of your identity, and you don't even have to think about applying it to your daily life. You can just do it, and you can just live it, and you can just be at home in it. And then let's see. This basically talks about how learning is a step-by-step kind of thing. It's a progression. So neither of these below average and above average, below average is not bad. It's just you're learning the foundations. And then above average is then you get to learn the more profound things. And it's not really rigid either. It's very flexible, and people can move up and down in a matter of days or weeks, or maybe even one day, if you just apply the right amount of effort, have the right teachings, and be fully committed to it. And Confucius himself actually does do this too. He really focuses on the idea of differentiated instruction. So he doesn't just say the same thing to everyone. He curates different kinds of ways of teaching the same thing, essentially, to different people based on their personalities. And he also does this with having more of his advanced students learn more of the profound, more in-depth, more subtle meanings and truths of the Dao. And while having newer or less experienced, less advanced students focus on the foundation first, because without the foundation, you are essentially just nothing. And this isn't Confucius being unfair or anything, it's just the learning process. You can't handle more profound things than you are right now. For example, in sports, maybe they teach you the most basic things first, like how to dribble a ball or how to pass and set and stuff. And then once you have the hang of that, then they move on to more complex things or complex skills that you need to handle just after you have the foundation right. So for example, if you're trying to teach someone how to sing, let's say just happy birthday, and you're like, okay, so first you need to go for C, and then you go up, and then you go down, and then you go up, and then you go down, and then you really have to sing it in a really warm tone, and you have to accent this, and you have to crescendo, decrescendo, and all of that stuff, and you have to hold out the note at the end. They'll have no idea what you're talking about if they're just a beginner at singing, if they don't even know what a C is, they don't even know how that's supposed to sound like, they don't even know the song Happy Birthday. So you have to know the foundation, you have to learn, for example, the notes before you learn how to sing a whole song. And of course, the Dao is also for everyone as long as they're willing to walk on it. The Dao is essentially the right and natural way to live a good and honest human life. It's the basic operating system for a human being. And it's not a religion, although I might make it sound like it is, but it is not a religion. And it's not necessarily a strict set of rules that you have to follow either. And it's literally just as simple as be honest, do what you said you would do, and be kind, and do the right thing even when nobody's looking. So all of these really fundamental human things that we've obviously all heard of before. And it's right there, it's always right there. And if you want to follow it, then it's there for you. It's right there, just like a door in a room. And in the most basic way to say it, the Dao is essentially just telling you to be a good person and taking no shortcuts in life. And yeah, that'll be all today, and I'll see you in the next one.